live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios. It's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Aloha, hello, greetings. We just thought we'd slap ourselves on our show tonight.
Because we can do that.
Yeah. Hello. We just decided to hell with it. We're going live. I'm happy. I'm glad you're here because I never trust me when I'm on the road. I never trust myself. And apparently this is working. Well, I don't trust myself to get myself on and keep myself on and do a decent show. So if I crap out here in any minute, just, I feel good about that. I don't want to touch nothing.
You brought the good mic to Hawaii.
I did. I brought the good mic to Hawaii. Yeah, man.
I don't even got the good mic. I don't know how this thing is.
I'm so dedicated to our show, Rudy, that I even checked a bag, which I never check a bag when I travel. Never. I'm cheap. I'm simple. I usually take a backpack, 2 pair of chones. We talked about this the other day, right? 2 t-shirts. Yeah. And if I just happen to need something, I'll go to a Goodwill or a Salvation Army and just buy me a new shirt for $4. Then I've actually bought a shirt before while I was
left it here and left it there.
Threw it in the trash on the way out the door. But I'm so dedicated to the cause because of the momentum that we have as a show that I brought all the bells and whistles that I have at my house to make sure this thing is good. How we sounding, Jose Bouquet, audio disseminator? We're sounding good tonight. Everything's great. Thumbs up. Look at that guy, dude. Are you ever going to shave that pubic hair off the top of your head?
No. You guys, your reaction to it has made me want to grow it more, if I'm being honest.
Well, you know what? It'd be a great bit. I mean, go ahead. Honestly,
it would be the first time I've done that.
All right. Well, do you know what? The hell with it. Just let it roll because your hair does not. It grows out. You're gonna look like a '70s funk singer. Here
Especially, yes, especially with my facial hair combo. It's gonna look ugly.
Dude. What facial hair? You don't have any facial hair.
Rudy. There's no need for that. There's no need for that right now, Rudy.
You don't.
Mike, you missed out on Thursday, obviously. We had a lovely show without you. Rudy found out some things about me, and I think there's some hostility remaining from it,
Well, I'm not shocked, and I thought about that when I left y'all two alone, because you shock Rudy every day anyway, with me in the room, and without me there to be a buffer to protect you, I worried about you.
We missed the buffer. We definitely missed the buffer.
Yeah, I left Shaq alone with Charles and didn't host the show.
Ernie was out, and we definitely acted like Ernie was out.
Well, all apologies for our random drop tonight, but we are in the building, and normally we are live from the Pub Sports Radio Studios, but tonight we are emanating from 3 different locations. I assume Rudy's at home. Jose Bouquet, the audio disseminator, is at home, and I am emanating tonight from the 21st floor of probably shouldn't say the hotel. So this is it's a hotel, but after the first 15 floors or so are all hotel. But then above that are all residences. These are condos that you can buy.
I was wondering, because you said you got an Airbnb, but then now you're saying a hotel, but I forgot you can still Airbnb it. Yeah. So somebody owns that.
Yes, it's a hybrid situation. So I'm actually in a little condo that's owned by a guy called Charlie. I rented this condo from him. I check out Tuesday morning to head back home. So shout out to Charlie on Airbnb. And I'm supporting the Spurs in more ways than once. And one, not only this is my new Southtown 101 Wembanyama shirt here, walking around the streets of Waikiki. But I used Airbnb to rent this home, which was founded by the great Joe Gebbia, who owns 22% of the San Antonio Spurs. So I'm supporting
that's right.
Spurs in many more ways.
Is that a high noon you got there, sir?
No, it's a damn Red Bull. My body, dude, I normally, I'm used to coming out here.
Right.
as you know, I come out here every 2-3 months. This trip has kicked my butt physically.
Really?
Yeah, man. I don't know why. Man, we've done a lot of walking. I've done a lot of stuff. We went to the beach today, so I got sun beat, and so I took a long nap. But I'm on a caffeine drip this whole week. I've been out here. I don't know why this one I've got more jet lag than normal.
That's weird. Because again, since we've been doing the show together, this is your 3rd or 4th trip, and this has never happened.
No, I'm got the drag ass. I don't know why. Maybe it's getting older or something. I don't know, dude. It's different. I don't know. But anyway, we're in Hawaii. I wish I could post up and open up all the blinds here so y'all can see this beautiful backdrop I've got, because we're on the 21st floor overlooking this island in downtown Honolulu. That's technically Waikiki. I wish I could open up these curtains behind me, but you wouldn't be able to see me because the sun would just overwhelm me.
What time is it there? 4?
Yeah, 4 o'clock, man, in the afternoon. I normally am. I'm used to the time change, or so I thought. This one is. I'm waking up at 4:35 a.m. because my body's on Texas time. I'm ready for lunch at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a nap at noon. It's weird. Very weird. But we're making
through it.
I am fighting through it. I'm doing a show, man. I am fighting through it. So
can I tell you guys an old moment I had today? Speaking of old moments.
Oh, okay. Come on. Yeah, sure.
I hate to be Darrell Revis here, but I found my first white hair from my head.
Oh,
I found it. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I mulled over how I would look, salt and pepper, and I was like, oh, maybe I'd look better that way. So then I accepted it. But I found my first white hair in my head, and I was like, Jesus.
Oh, are you okay? You upset?
I think so. As long as they don't transition to my pubes in, quick succession, then we should be good.
Well, if you trim them all, yank them out with your fingers, you won't have to worry about it when you get older. Do like me and just pull them out with your hands. I just pull mine out.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I'm gray. My whole beard would be gray if I didn't dye it. And I don't have any in my Netherlands regions. So you're good. I got grays everywhere. There's none down there. So you're good, bro. I promise.
How about this revelation by Rudy all of a sudden today? You've just made show history.
What's that?
I never knew that you dyed your beard.
Oh, God, yes. I'm not ready for a gray beard. My mom hates it. My mom feels like I would look more distinguished when I'm salt and pepper. But I'm just not ready. So I dye it. I dye it maybe once a month.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Just for men.
Okay.
Just for men. Jet black.
All right. Right. And you also trim up all over, right?
No, I don't trim.
Talked about this. Ever?
No, I don't. No.
Down there.
Mm-mm.
You know it. Trimming it enhances.
Makes it look bigger, right?
Big old long black one.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
I might try it.
Try it. What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Let's go.
Jet lag. What is Bouquet recovered? He's had mud butt all weekend.
He had us. All I know is I was with him Thursday, and when he texted us that shit Friday, I was like, if he got me sick, you're gonna have to run me a fade. We're gonna have problems if you got me sick. But I'm okay. I've been taking my D3 and getting my son, so I haven't got anything yet. Knock on wood.
All right. Well, it sounded like Bouquet. You sounds like you had food poisoning. You didn't have a virus.
Yeah, it's something of the sort. Yeah, me and Helga both got it. We like to assume that she got it from her children, some sort of stomach bug. And then I had to make executive decisions of pooping my pants or throwing up on myself. So it was a great time.
Dude, gross. Oh, we need timeout on the floor. Timeout, Rudy Johnson.
I need a full.
Oh, okay. Full timeout.
Why? Is this not a safe space, Rudy?
No, it's a safe space. Did you say, wait, are you a stepdad?
No. What are you talking? No. She's a teacher.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you scared Rudy.
No, it didn't scare me. But I was just like, this whole time I've been doing the show with you, never told me that your lady had kids. So I thought you was playing stepdad.
No. I'm
so
not the dad that stepped up, Rudy.
So you slumming around as a producer and this woman's a distinguished teacher. and she chose you.
Yeah, it's fucked up, isn't it? Fucked up. She can hear this right now. I'm sure she's over there nodding her head like, fuck, they're right.
I demand you keep that hair growing, though. She gonna let you?
Yeah, she's seen this plenty of times before.
All right, dude. And whatever it is you have on your chin, I support that too because it looks perverted.
I hate
Rudy spits on it, apparently.
I hate that shit.
So.
It looks. Remember, so I don't know if Bouquet will remember this. Rudy remembers the old bit where you remember the old sketchy, the little shaker thing, and it had like the little magnetic powder in there, and you took the little pencil, and you were able to put mustaches and beards on the guy's face.
Yeah,
you remember that, Jose? You have no idea what we're talking about, probably.
No, you don't know.
No, I have no idea.
You know what?
Back in the 70s.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, back in the 70s and 80s, there was this little toy, and it, and so it. So pretend my notes are a little toy, and it had a little sheet on it, and and underneath the sheet it had little magnetics, had like little magnet powders, little powders that were magnetic, and had a little pin, and you took the little powder and you moved it up to the guy's face and gave him a mustache.
It was called
That's how we played back in the day.
Sketch.
Something like that. Prior to the internet, these are the things we had to do as kids. Well, like today, I know it rained big time back home. I saw that weather y'all had. I saw kids today standing on the curb letting trucks come by and splash them. Those are the fun things we did back in the day before the internet when we scrolled all day.
Get fucking muddy water on you? That's what was fun?
Sir.
That's
fun.
Disgusting.
Super fun. We were tough. We were dirty. We came home with dirt rings around our necks. You know what? And we didn't get sick. Not that much because
we drank out the
immune.
water hose. That's why I never got COVID. The reason I never got COVID is because I drank out the water hose.
That is the best type of water, though. That's fine.
All right. It is in the building. We just sprang this show upon our people tonight. Hey, man, I'm traveling and I'm 5 hours behind y'all in time, so we had to pop on and do what we do. Show presented in part by Ribaldo Realty.
What up, chicky, Jay?
Ribaldo. If you need a real estate man, now I don't think he's licensed in the state of Hawaii. If he were, he'd be making a hell of a lot more in commissions because the median home price in Honolulu is. So this is a funny bit that I'm here in Hawaii. So back home in Bexar County, the average home is about $280,000. You know what? Travis County's $545,000. Harris County in Houston, the average home's about $320,000. The average house up in Fort Worth and Dallas is about $320,000. You know what the median home income, you know what the median home price is here in Honolulu where I'm at?
I'm guessing 1.3.
1.8. The average home is $1.8 million.
And that's a shack.
And you're getting a shack. You're getting a condo with these weird, casting couch curtains in them. This condo I'm in, because of the location. Charlie, and I didn't meet him. I just chatted with him, the owner. This is probably a $1.5 million condo, and it's a studio apartment. There's no bedrooms. Everything's got a bathroom. The kitchen's in the living room. There's 2 beds in the same room. It's probably $1.5 million just because of the location. So don't do that. Don't move here. Buy a home in Bexar County for $280,000 from Jay. There it is. Bam. So the average home price is $295 in Bexar County, $335 in Harris, $550 in Austin. Has actually gone up in March. Good Lord. So house prices have actually gone way up in Texas in March. Not here. We remain steady at $295. If you need a guy, Jay Ribaldo's our guy. Hit him up. His email is jribaldo@kw.com. Check out all of his listings at ribaldo.com. It is ribaldo.com. All right. Let's get to the news of the weekend. When did this come down about Pop? Saturday?
Jose sent us that text Friday. I'm using my phone right now, so I can't look up the text, but I want to say he sent us that text Friday.
Okay.
Friday.
And I was traveling. So I get out here to Hawaii, and I find out that Pop was at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
So that's where he was. They said restaurant. I didn't know where.
Yeah, it was Ruth's Chris. And
too much red meat.
Dude. Apparently he passed out at Ruth's Chris. And they freaked out at the restaurant, called 911, Ambulance has to come. He was alert, however, when they got him to come to. I don't know how passed out he was. I don't know if he was face down on the floor or just like talking weird. I don't know how passed out he was, but he was not himself, and he fainted, or damn near did, enough to scare the hell out of whoever he was having dinner with or the people at Ruth's Chris, and they call 911.
Well, I would have called because he's already been dealing with issues. So just because of that alone, I would have done the same. Although I'm sure there was a doctor in the house at Ruth Chris, but maybe I still called.
Yeah. The report said something along the lines of an 80-ish-year-old man had a medical episode. Okay, we all know it's Pop. He's 76, and he fainted. And so when I see that, man, and I remember when I replied to Jose's text because he texted me and Rudy at the same time, I just wrote, he's done. I mean, come on. What are we doing? I don't know. You and I have not really talked about this, in length since I've gotten here. So here's our chance to do so. What are we doing, man? I just don't see how. And I don't want to be insensitive to this man. He could be on. I mean, Pop is 76. He's not going to be around in 20 years. But I'm going to separate that, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm trying to run a franchise here called the San Antonio Spurs. Separate his health, and I love Greg Popovich. And if and when that day comes, and I hate even saying it, but if and when that day comes, we find out that Pop is gone, I'm going to be devastated. Devastated. But let's separate that part. Let's just talk about basketball here for a second, if you don't mind. I just don't see how R.C. Buford, Brian Wright, Joe Gebbia, co-founder of Airbnb, the Holt family, Mr. Dell, I don't see how the Spurs organization can possibly, at this point, foresee a scenario where Greg Popovich is on the bench coaching opening day. I just don't see that, Rudy. Do you agree? I mean, dude, it is time. It is time for Pop to retire.
I'll say this. I fainted before. My teenager has fainted before. Like, fainting doesn't necessarily mean. I'm not. Look, he had a stroke. That is huge. That's a big problem. And not only that, like you said, he's mid-70s. I get all that, but only because I know quite a few people that have fainted for a lot of different reasons. It doesn't scare me as much as the stroke. If that makes any sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like, people faint all the time. It could be your blood pressure got too low. You were dehydrated. There's a lot of reasons. Like when I don't know, maybe she was 10. We probably gave her a little bit too much fever medicine. Then she took a hot shower. She fainted. We didn't know that you weren't supposed to do that. So there's a lot of different reasons somebody can faint. So I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt here, is what I'm saying. I don't think that should be like, all right, you know what, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about a heart attack or another stroke or, God forbid, an aneurysm, then I'd be like, okay. But fainting, people faint every day. No?
I've never fainted. Nobody. I don't know anyone. My father's the only human being I've ever known that passed out.
Okay.
My dad passed out about 10 years ago. My dad is 67. So when he was in his late 50s, he's out playing golf. And he's about to tee off. He's with 2 of 3 of his buddies. And the way my dad says, he remembers his backswing. So he's right here, right? He's got his hands behind him and he's about to tee off. And then the next thing he knows, he opens his eyes and he's on his back staring straight up into the blue sky of Texas. I said, what? And all of his buddies were like there in his face, like, Mike, are you okay? Okay. What happened is my dad passed out because what he did not realize is that he had really high blood pressure. Mm-hmm. He had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to the hospital and they tell him, hey, man, you're fine, but you got to get on medication right now. So yes, people pass out. but he's 76 years old. He had a stroke. Okay, we don't even know exactly what happened at Ruth's Chris. Forget that. You and I we've done segments on Pops all season long. Forget the feigning. Do you think Pop should stop being the head coach of the Spurs? And if he won't, do you think the Spurs need to step in right now and help him make that decision? By telling him you're done.
Gosh, Mike. This is
how are you going to spend? It's 100 nights a year in a hotel, flying all night long, up till 4 a.m. And the travel's one thing. You're coaching the San Antonio Spurs every day. You know, I don't even know if a 76-year-old man who's coming off a stroke and now fainting should be coaching Judson High. And the other question is why? Why carry on? Why are you continuing to be the coach of the Spurs? That's my ass. What are we doing? How do you even think you're going to come back? All the signs suggest no, absolutely not.
Okay.
Rudy, I'm scared that we're going to see Pop die on the court one night during a game.
Jesus,
is that what we want? Is that what we want? We want to see the man drop dead in the middle of a game with 18,000 people devastated, all these kids. EMT has to come running onto the court, pumping his heart. Was that the scenario?
No.
Is that what it's going to take?
Okay, this is what I'll say. If you were asking me, I would say, yes, it's time to move on. That's what I would say. But he's earned the right to just walk when he wants to. But I would say, yes, it's time to move on. But he's earned the right to say, I'll let y'all know. Whether that's right or wrong, whether that's good or bad for the franchise, Mike, is a different conversation. But in fairness to him, he's earned that right.
Mike Budenholzer's sitting out there with no job. Mike Malone is sitting out there with no job.
They're not Pop.
No one's Pop. But Mike Malone's not 76 coming off a stroke. Mike Malone's a world championship coach who just got fired for bullshit reasons, probably in Denver, and would love nothing more than to take over. And Mike will get another job here or somewhere. And he's going to want to show the world that he got screwed over in Denver. He's probably been rejuvenated like never before. He's had a franchise player like Jokic. He could take over Wemby and develop Wemby. Mike Malone turned Jokic into a megastar, the best player in the league. If it ain't Giannis Antetokounmpo, it's time. You and I have talked about this before, having to take the keys away from Grandpa. Pop's always said, it's not about me, it's about you. Greg Popovich has spent 20 some odd years coaching the Spurs, preaching to players how you need to get over yourself. It is about the name on the front, not the name on the back. So it's time for Greg Popovich to make the right decision for the name on the front. And R.C. Buford said 6 months ago, Pop would never stay around long enough where it was a detriment to the franchise. I think we're to the point now where you cannot count on Pop. It's going to be a detriment to the franchise.
I feel like
it's been time for new blood, man.
I would definitely find something for him to do around the franchise, because I don't want to exaggerate just to make my point, but there's maybe 3 or 4 people that are regular customers at Texas Cheer Liquor, number one, and they're a little up in age. And when you're there as long as I've been, you get to know these people and you become a bartender and they start telling you their stories. And the thing that I notice with these 3 or 4 people is, I'm like, damn, well, I just got off work, I'm tired. I'm like, man, when you gonna hang it up? I'm scared. Rudy, I'm scared. I'm scared as soon as I stop working, everything's gonna stop working. These are the things that these 3 or 4 people that they tell me. Like, they're scared to stop working. They're scared to stop moving. And I think, one, you couple with the fact that, one, he's getting older and they say, you don't use it, you lose it. And then number 2, his best friend of 44 years been gone since 2018. I think he may be scared to not have anything to do. That's why I say maybe, I'll definitely, if I'm the organization, find something for him to do daily where he has to come in and be active. That's the thing that I've gotten for people that are, let's just say, above 65. Now, some people just very cool being on the couch and just letting everything go. Then you got those people that are like, dude, if I stop, I'm going to die. I'm just trying to, because I'm on my way to being a senior citizen. I got about 25. That's all I'm thinking. But they're not running the Spurs. I feel you on that.
Yeah, the Spurs were $2.5 billion.
No,
company.
more than that. They're about 4.
Is it 4 now? Okay.
I don't know. Sorry. Whatever it is, I know what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right,
okay.
Mike.
It's a $4 billion company. All right. Sorry, we're not here to see you. We're not here to see you into the sunshine. We're here so we can keep Victor Wembanyama from walking to the fucking Knicks. And if Greg Popovich, sorry for cussing in front of my kids, I'm getting upset. Greg Popovich cannot stay. Okay, let's go through 2/3. Bernard makes a good point. Okay, cool. Let's have another 35-win season. Wemby gets disenchanted and walks and goes to New York.
But
they're not going to be any. Pop's not had his fastball in 5 years.
But I thought a part of Wemby wanting to be here was because of Pop.
But not to the detriment of Wemby's development and career.
Right.
Business is business. Business is business.
It's business.
Gotta go.
What do you guys think of everyone in the chat saying Becky Hammond, Becky Hammond, Becky Hammond?
Don't want it.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, I don't think she'd ever
Michael
leave.
Malone's a world championship head coach. Mike Budenholzer is a championship head coach in the NBA. I like Becky Hammond. How many jobs has she interviewed for? 5, 6 over the years, and it was a Rooney Rule. It was just
nothing
trying
to do with her being a woman. I just think there's other candidates that would be better. I'm the San Antonio Spurs. I have Victor Wembanyama. I really have my pick of the litter. And there's a good 10 names, and I'm speaking about coaches that currently have jobs. There's a good 10 names I get to before I get to Becky. Now, if I get to the number 11 and none of those other 10 have said yes, yeah, okay, I'll take Becky. I just feel like there's better candidates than Becky.
That's fine. I don't know. I'm not as concerned.
I'm not anti-Becky, but I just feel
I'm
like
not anti-Becky either. I think why hadn't she gotten a job yet? I mean, that's a different topic. I'm not as concerned who the next person's going to be as I am moving on from the current person. It's a moot point to sit up here and talk about Mike Malone and Mike Budenholzer and Becky Hammond or Phil Jackson if the old man won't do the right thing by the franchise and walk on. Go be the president of ops. Go to the office, go to the facility. Just don't coach the team. Don't travel on the road. Work with Brian Wright hand in hand as the president of ops, and he be the GM. That's great. He still has a job. He still has something to do. But I just don't see how the Spurs can go one more day figuring he should be the coach of the team. How many? And Dustin brings up Ime Udoka. That's who I wanted. Shit.
He may not leave in Houston.
I know it's too late, but had Pop resigned 2 years ago, they might have Ime Udoka as the coach right now. Ime goes to Houston, and within 18 months, they're the 2 seed in the West.
No shit.
Michael Malone is on the street waiting on another job. How many great coaches that can take the keys and have the name recognition and the skins on the wall have to be available, and we miss out on because Pop's earned the right to coach as long as he wants. No, he is not. He has not. No one has earned the right to do anything to the day they die. No one has, unless they're qualified to do the job. And if firing Pop or moving on from Pop means he don't live longer because he's depressed, that's not how you run a $4 billion company. That is not their problem. And I'm with you on that. The day Willie Nelson stops touring, now Willie's also 96. The day Willie stops doing concerts, he dies. But again,
see what I'm saying?
But okay, then let's not even count the score then. We're just out here for Pop. Let's not even take score. Let's just forfeit all the games and let Pop coach him, though, because he's earned the right to coach as long as he wants. No, he has not. No one has. Nobody has.
But when he was here, was he doing a bad job? I don't think so. What do you think? Was he doing a good job when he
You bitched all year last year that they underachieved.
No, I was bitching because I felt like we tanked for 3 years and won 20 games. And then this year we won 34 and everybody's throwing a parade.
You putting that all on Wemby? Or is that on a head coach that for the last 3 years has kept telling me that, oh, their energy level was great. I'm so proud of their effort tonight. Oh, they just got beat by 25, sir. Pop has lost his fastball before the stroke. I thought this. And I hate that I have to come on here and be critical and negative 3 days after the man faints. But, Your Honor, we rest our case. He's 76. The team is now 6 straight years, no playoffs. He had a stroke. He fainted the other night. It is in the best interest of the San Antonio Spurs to figure out who the next coach is, even if it's Mitch Johnson, which I don't know that I want that. But
that is not an easy conversation. I wouldn't want to be the person to have that conversation.
Well, you know what? They pay Brian Wright $9 million a year. Tough shit. There's only 30 guys in the world that do what Brian Wright does. There's only 30 CEOs of franchises like R.C. Buford. This needs to be decided. Look, if they're absolutely for sure that the fainting episode was a fluke and he's totally on track to recover and he's going to be just fine and he coaches next year and they win 50 games and they're the 3 seed and everything's going great and Wemby wants an extension before his contract's even up, he loves it so much, then I'll stand down. None of the evidence suggests any of that's going to happen at this point. None of it. Time to move on. It's been time to move on. You got to let this we got to tear this old fabric away. If whatever they're going to do in the future, you can't keep hanging on to this past.
So this has gone on longer than I thought, but this is what I'm also saying. While I sit here and tell you because I worry about his health that they need to give him something to do front office wise, even if he's not coaching. So are you just saying moving on from him coaching? Because if you keep him in the front office, but that's what I'm saying. If you keep him in the front office and you don't like the way things have gone, do they get better just because he's not on the sideline?
Maybe. Is he just concentrates on personnel with Brian Wright? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. He can barely walk.
No, I'm just saying, if he's still around, it's hard to move forward in a different direction and pull back the fabric with him still lurking.
Right, I agree with Bernard. Bernard's in here. It's frustrating that we won the lottery and still seem okay with losing. Maybe we've gotten a little fat on the 5 championships, and I think it's okay if we never, and they think it's okay if we never win another one. I don't think it's okay if we never win another one. The Spurs will probably be another. I mean, how long is the NBA going to last? The NBA is going to be around another 100 years or so, maybe 50. Depends on AI. I'm trying to win championships 10 years from now. I'm trying to win Wemby's 21. By the time Wemby retires, Pop will be. I mean, I'm lost for words here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be mean. Pop's going to be dead in 20 years. I need to re-sign Victor Wembanyama to multiple contract extensions over the next 15 years. I ain't got time to rock Grandpa to sleep every night while he's coaching the Spurs. Even last season, Rudy, when we had courtside seats a few times, he's just not the same.
No,
just his body language is not the same. Look, he's not quite where Joe Biden was. I mean, he's not facing the wrong
he's not
direction.
Sleepy Joe. He's not Sleepy Joe. He's not Sleepy Joe.
Those days, I'm telling you, those days are not far away. The way this thing's going. I'm not saying he's lost his wits. It's physical. And that's a mean thing to say. Well, Biden lost his wits. Pop hadn't lost his wits, but there's an energy level you've got to have if you're going to coach in the NBA. And he doesn't have that energy level. And his health is in jeopardy. And I go back to what I said a few minutes ago. We're just going to let him coach till he literally dies on the floor, and we have to deal with that? I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that. And I'm also wanting the Spurs to move on from all this old guard, and let's get to the future here. Because Wemby's the future. He's not the past. Wemby has nothing to do with Tim Duncan. Nothing. Wemby's his own guy. Pops even said that. We have to let Wemby be his own guy. It's his team now. Well, cool. You're not going to be his coach his entire career. So let's figure out who that man's going to be right now. With you fainting at the steakhouse.
No, Wemby is not Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was in the finals his second year.
I get it. Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Wemby is not Tim Duncan. We know that. That's a fact.
I don't mean physically. I don't mean physically. It's his franchise.
Yes, for sure.
He's the future of the Spurs. Pop is the past of the Spurs. Pop has been a little bit of a bridge, and that's been great. But it's time to build a new bridge with a new coach.
Fair.
All right. It's in the building. It's a depressing topic, man. Show brought to you in part by Lone Star Nano Services. All right. Y'all had big old storms. I missed that. Nina was saying that we had multiple dead animals in our street this morning when she woke up to take the dogs out.
What do you mean?
Multiple. A bunch of dead possums and a handful of dead raccoons apparently drowned last night because we have a creek behind our house. I think the creek flooded and we had like dead animals all over our street. That's how much rain we had. I'm like, are you serious? Damn.
Hey,
Peter, we got nothing but sunshine here in the hellscape.
Peter, can y'all mute us real quick?
Go ahead. Oh no, we didn't. No, I didn't tell her to put it in the fridge and save it for dinner.
No, I'm just saying. Hey, raccoons, possums, peace the fuck out. Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Well, you don't like raccoons?
Love raccoon.
Oh,
F a possum.
Terrible.
Get out of here. I have a possum that comes in my backyard maybe once a week. If I had a BB gun, I'd pop his ass.
Terrible. Okay, Rudy's happy that we had a bunch of dead animals in our neighborhood. I'm using it as symbolism. I'm not sad about it. Point is, we got storm seasons here. We got animals dying in the street and floods and hurricane weather. All right. How's y'all's roof doing after the rain last night?
Good question.
All right. If you think it may be time to replace your roof, you might be wrong. It might not be time to replace your roof. It might be time to simply have it treated with my boys at Lone Star Nano Services. They can come out, they treat your roof, they put this miracle stuff on it, and we talking about 10 to 15 years longer the life of your roof. And the volatile weather of Texas will destroy a roof quick. And I have made a vow. The next person that calls Lone Star Nano Services or reaches out to me, because I can get you in touch with them, I will personally go out to your home with Lone Star Nano Service and hang out with you while you do it. Lone Star Nano Services. If you're interested, reach out to me.
Let me say something real quick.
Yes, sir.
Dale. Let me say something about Dale real quick.
Dale is Lone Star Nano. He and his partners. Yes, sir.
Yes, one of the owners. Let me tell you something about Dale, man. Dale came out to Slackers yesterday. He was talking shit about you, too, because you were sending him your beautiful views. He was like, look at this asshole sending me all these great views or whatever. Man, Dale, there's not many people that I come across that I genuinely get good vibes from.
Bouquet, this is a segue to the Slackers live spot, by the way. Go ahead, Rudy.
Dale is one of them. Dale is just a great dude. Like, some people do nice things because they expect something in return. Like, hey, you know, if I do something nice for this person, they treat it like networking. Dale's just a good guy because he's a good guy, expecting nothing in return.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say that, man, because again, like I say, you don't come across a lot of people that aren't always looking for something from you. Dale's just a good guy. And if you want to, and I'm not saying that, hey, for you guys to run out and support Nano. But for the people that like to support small businesses that are trying to come up, Nano is definitely one of them, because Dale is just genuinely great people, not good people, just genuinely great people. Like, expects nothing in return, just a good dude, just because that's just who he wakes up as every day. Right. So shout out to Dale, man. Nothing but love for Dale.
Yeah, how many talk show hosts volunteer to go out with a client to help to treat someone's house? The reason I'm doing that and throwing that out there, where I will literally go out with them, is because of how much I think about Dale as a human. Because I just want to support him. So that'd be cool. I'd go out there and support Dale on a job with one of our people, meet that person, shake their hand. Thanks for calling Lone Star, take some pictures, I've said this so many times. We're running a business. I get it. We want to make money, blah, blah, blah. But it sure is helpful when your clients turn out to be just good MFers. And that's Dale. He's a GMF. Thank you, Rudy. Well said, dude. All right, Lone Star Nano Services. All right, how did it go at Slackers? Yeah, I'm sending you pictures. I'm watching all your posts, and I'm thinking y'all are having a hell of a better. I mean, I got my babies. They don't.
No, it's cool.
Yes, it happens to be in Hawaii, but I missed out on a pretty good time too last night. Apparently,
no, it was a
good
good
that
time.
Now. How'd it go?
Very good time. Great times out at Slackers. Good. First of all, Friday night was the fish fry, free fish fry. It was a great time. Yesterday was a good time. A lot of In the Buildingers came out there. I took pictures with all of them. I'll send pictures to Jose. We'll post them as the week goes on. A lot of people came out, but the thing I like most was it was kid friendly. And that's why a lot of the In the Building people got to come out there. Everybody that came up to me, most of them had their kids or their grandkids with them. So I want to, huge shout out to Slackers for making it a kid friendly event and super cheap. Like, how many places can you go as a family of 4 for $40 and eat until you pop? There's not many places you could do that. They had the Easter egg hunt. You had the Easter bunny out there. There's music. They had, Connect 4 and, games and stuff for the kids. It was just like everybody that I talked to that listened to the show, everybody wanted me to let you and Buki know. They said hello, but just a genuinely great time out at Slackers yesterday. Slackers put on a great show, and footage coming soon. Great times out at Slackers. And shout out to all the people that came, that listened to our show daily, and huge supporters of us. Much, much appreciated. Hope your kids and your wives and everybody had a good time.
Excellent. Buki had the dookie. That's why he couldn't make it out there.
Yeah, Buki had
the better dookie tonight. Look at that. All right. Look at that. I can't get over his hair scene tonight. Like, dude. I mean, we are working right now. Technically, you're at work, Buki. I know you're at home.
That is true.
Do you own a brush?
I do, yes, but Helga,
it's got dirt, it's got dust on it, right?
Apparently. Yeah. Helga like had it for a week and was like, "Oh, how long is it going to take for him to ask me about his brush?" And then a week passed and I didn't ask, and she was like, "I have this, right?" I was like, "Oh, I had no idea."
So you might as well not have it.
You Gen Z or /millennials are dead set on looking homeless. I don't get it.
I think it's the new look.
Jeez, it's in the building. By the way, this is a historical show. I'm happy to be partner up with Pub Sports Radio. That's how we know Jose, through my boy Jeff Slaughter, who's been in on the chat tonight already. When we first started doing the show, when we got left behind by Better Off Podcast, we needed a place to do our show. And Pub Sports Radio was there for us. And thankfully, we had already I've known Jeff for years, and I've known Jose for a couple of years, because Nina and I, that's where we did pickles for dinner every Sunday for the better part of a year. That's how we got to know Buki. And thank God that when we got left in the dirt, it was an easy phone call. And by the way, there's 500 some bitches in this city that want to do shows with us. But I knew who to call, because I knew they would do a good job. And I knew that they would be able to adjust to how we do our show, and eventually it would run even smoother than ever. And it just became obvious to me in the last couple of months, me and Rudy, it's like, why don't we just partner up with Pub Sports Radio and run our show on there? It's like a no-brainer. So I just wanted to say that tonight's the first official show So you're watching it on Love You Hard TV. You're watching it on the Anthem TV app, and we love our guys and our partners at Anthem TV. Every morning at 10 a.m., they run our live show every week, every day during the week on Anthem TV. But we're also now being simulcasted, I guess is the word, on Pub Sports Radio's YouTube channel. So do me a favor, all you longtime members and subscribers to In the Building, keep your subscription to Love You Hard TV, but pop over to Pub Sports Radio and get you a subscription to that. There's a bunch of shows on that channel that we just partnered up with, and I think from time to time we ought to have some of these guys on so our people could get to know them. And you and I probably should go on some of their shows so they can get to know us, because they have a big channel.
You would have liked it today. Old Jimmy the Bag, he went into a Blue Jays game today, Canadian man. And you know those satchels of drink that you can bring, or I guess not bring, but when you go on a hike, you got the little tube. He had one and brought it over, put a jersey over top of it, and it was just full of Jameson. So he was just drinking from that little nipple the whole game. And he made it through security, tweeted the whole experience. It was very funny.
Good. So Jimmy, a big fan of those Blow Jays?
Yeah, that's his team, all Canada. Come on.
All Canadians support the Jays. We're good. I look forward to. I subscribed to all of those different shows this morning when I got out of bed. I've already a subscriber to the channel, but today I followed all those guys on Twitter and everything. So welcome to our new partner of our several partners we already have.
What
and more
time
to
is this
come.
gonna run on Pub?
Live. Oh well, this one.
We're gonna run this one at. We're gonna run this one at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Right.
Same thing like we'd be running on Anthem. Same.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we're just gonna run. Obviously, with me being in Hawaii, our schedule's a little wonky this week.
It's all good.
On a normal day, our show will still run at 10 a.m. on all of our partners with Love You Hard, Anthem TV, and Pub Sports Radio, and we're growing this bad boy. We're growing this show. All right. Real quick, I am in Hawaii, and my twins are not the only persons with me, Rudy. They're not. As a matter of fact, your alter ego was on this trip as well, sir. Did you not know? Have you not picked up on that yet?
You text little Rudy, and I didn't know what you meant.
Bookie? Roll that.
I didn't even know you said that shit.
He made the trip with me. I brought him with me. I brought you with me.
Bravo.
I couldn't get you physically, so I brought your alter ego. He's been all over the island, this man.
Dude, he even got in the sand. But you notice little Rudy didn't get in that water.
No, we didn't put him in the water. No, but
that water.
I know you'd be mad at me because the black man likes the beach, but he don't get in the water.
We ain't getting in the water. We're not as buoyant. Black folks ain't as buoyant.
I thought about you today. We went to the beach today, and this very athletic-looking young dude shows up. He looked like DeJounte Murray.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him at the beach hanging out. And then I didn't think much about it. He just happened to be kind of next to us. And then me and the kids were out in the water. And all of a sudden I look up, and here he comes paddling on a surfboard.
Wow.
He went about half a mile out and joined all the other surfers out there. So there's at least one black man in Oahu who's out surfing today as we speak. This young kid looked just like DeJounte Murray, I swear. Like
those damn surfers have a certain build.
Dude.
They have this athletic build.
I'm not gay, but... You know what I mean?
If you were, you'd do it with them.
Dude. Yes. So I can report that there's at least 2 black men that went to the beach today in Hawaii.
That is awesome, dude. Great bit. Because I had no idea this video existed. I swear to God, on everything I love, I did not even know you took that out the studio.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Roll it. It's a fast video, Bookie. Can we play it again?
Run that again.
You got it handy?
That was awesome. Who did
So
the
you're
video?
here.
Sevy or MJ did that video for you?
Oh, the three of us got together on that. We're all co-producers in this adventure.
I feel like I feel like I'm with y'all now.
Yeah, you are. This dude right here is with you. He's gonna be with me. We got more adventures for him in the next couple of days here. So he's gonna be ready all over the place. He's gonna be ready.
Yeah, he had a good buffet as well the other day.
He did. Had a great. Oh, do you have that one?
No, I have the picture. I'm sure. I don't know if you
okay. Pull this up. And he's also eating very healthy, Rudy. You'll be proud of little Rudy. Here, show this. So this is in a vegan buffet. Do you have this bouquet?
Wow, vegan buffet.
Pull it up for you.
Yeah, pull this up, Jose. He's even eating well.
So your twins were down with the vegan buffet? That's good parenting.
It's one of their favorite places on the island.
Wow.
So we did a video. We made a short out of it that we posted on the channel on Love You Hard TV.
But you did members,
go watch.
didn't you?
No, I think it's posted for everybody, isn't it, Bouquet?
No, it's for everyone. It's just a short.
Oh yeah, because they had 2,000 views this morning. The last time I looked, so what's that for everybody?
Oh yeah, I see it now.
So I've decided to make a couple of like human interest videos out here, because I come out here. People always ask me. They come out here for advice on on what they should do. It's not the obvious touristy stuff. And I almost feel like the state of Hawaii needs to hire me as like an ambassador, because I can't tell you how many people over the years ask me, hey man, I'm going to Hawaii next month, taking my wife, blah, 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 taking my kids. Give me some advice on how to do things. So I've decided to do a Hawaii on the cheap, because I have to come out here so much. And I've gotten good at trying not to spend so much freaking money. And we went to this there's a little place. It's in a grocery store. What's the name of that place? I always forget the name. The place we ate the vegetarian. Down to Earth, my bad. Down to Earth is in Honolulu. It's a grocery store, all right? But in the grocery store is a vegetarian buffet. So there's little Rudy there. So what you see, he's got eggplant, he's got some roasted potatoes, he's got some mixed veggies there with the roasted tomatoes and the zucchini and the squash. And he's got vegetarian Thai pan seat noodles right there. You'd be proud.
Nice.
That's why he's keeping his skinny body right there. See that?
This is
there
awesome.
He even had food with us. So
this is awesome.
Yeah, he's kicking ass. So he's eating well. He's got the body of a surfer. Henry's mustache. Little Rudy, of course, he had eggplant. LMAO.
Whatever, Henry. Kiss my ass, Henry.
All right,
you're lucky we got other
punching.
spots. We got some spots.
It is time for people. Jose, do you have access to the intros when you're doing the show at home?
It's time for
No.
He does.
punch.
Very nice.
In the building.
Who you punching?
Oh man, who do I want to punch? I'm gonna punch. After what I saw today, after all the hooping and hollering that they did the other night, I got to punch the Memphis Grizzlies for how they came out and looked against the Oklahoma City Thunder. In the play-in, throwing bombs and all the other types of shit, and then to come. At one point, I think they were down like 106 to 50 something. It was so bad. It was so bad. Punch the entire Memphis Grizzlies team for that game one against the Oklahoma City Thunder today.
Good one. Whole team.
F them.
That was terrible. I don't think Ja did he didn't pull the pin this time and throw any grenades. That's like maybe the third or fourth time in the history of the league a team got beat in a playoff game by 50 or more points. That's embarrassing.
It was awful. It was awful.
Embarrassing. I want to punch LeBron James.
What did LeBron do now?
Half-ass, and the Lakers got blown out of the gym in their first playoff game to Minnesota.
And they shot like 1,000 more free throws.
Right.
And still got beat by 22.
Yeah, at home. So I think the Lakers will be a lot better. And not that I'm rooting for the Lakers. I just think it's funny the further that Luka goes. I want Luka to go a long way just because it makes the Mavericks look worse.
Good point.
He didn't play good D. He had 30 some odd points. LeBron was not good.
He wasn't. It was
I have
bad.
to think that'll change.
No, it's a long series. LeBron's lost a lot of game ones. The Lakers will be fine. I'm still taking the Lakers to win this series, and I don't think Minnesota shoots 50% from three again. They shot 50% from three. They made like 21 threes. I can't see that happening again.
All right, people, I want to punch presented by the law office of Orlando Kill, the official family lawyer. I've in the building is O'Kill. If you need a lawyer, family lawyer, that's our guy. Had a guy reach out last night. Does he do family probate law? Absolutely. So I got him in touch with Orlando, and we'll get that case going up too. 210-775-4995 or email Orlando directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right. I punched LeBron because he didn't play good. Thank you. But had I not punched LeBron, I probably would have punched people hating on this kid, Nico Iamaleava. I always get that name wrong. The kid at Tennessee, he's at UT. He's
you want to save this? You want to save this?
Because I think it's a long topic. We can save it.
Let's save this for tomorrow because I got some things I want to talk about that.
All right, I do too.
I want to talk about that.
All right, there you go. You just helped. We just killed 15 minutes of tomorrow's show. Thank you.
Yeah, tease that.
Very good. All right, very good. All right, show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor. Then how about that? The greatness that is Texas Cheer Liquor.
Love me some Texas Cheer Liquor. April specials, damn it.
Go get them.
Still got time for that Whistle Pig, man. Go get your Whistle Pig. A lot of entries getting in that Whistle Pig. Get your name in there, man. All the Whistle Pigs marked down. Stella Rose, lemon and grapefruit, the Rossville Union Rye single barrel, only $29.99. Don't forget to mention in the building, anytime you go up in there, they got cigars. They got CBD drinks. You saw Mike's video. They got the shooters. You saw Mike's other video. Whistle Pig, Stella Rose, Rossville Union, Rye Single Barrel. And don't forget, we do have all the best allocations. But to get those allocations at a fair price, what y'all consider fair, you got to join the reward program. We get a lot of shit about what our allocations cost. Mm-hmm. I hear you. But what we ask is, we're not going to allow some random dude to come in there and buy our allocations at retail and go sell them on his bourbon page for triple and quadruple. Shop with us and we'll take care of you. It's just as simple as that. That's all I can tell you. Call around.
All right. George makes up a good point. George, I didn't mean to be confused. I didn't mean to confuse you. Our next show, he's like, I thought y'all weren't going to be on tomorrow. Yeah. So tonight we'll run tomorrow at 10 a.m. again on Anthem TV. Our next show will be Tuesday. Tuesday show, we'll get into Nico Iamaleava because I have a lot of thoughts on that too. Passionate about this topic. So I'm excited to talk about this with you in a couple of days.
Yeah, me too. I am too.
All right. Show also brought to you in part by San Antonio City Soccer. Got placement events coming up in May. The girls go May 6th through 8th. Boys go May 12th through the 14th. If you have a kid that was born between 2007 and 2015, and you want to play soccer for the best city soccer league in the city, San Antonio City Soccer, they want to place your kid on the appropriate level. We don't cut people. We just assign them to the right level. It is San Antonio City Soccer. All right. That's it. We're done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Jose Bouquet. I appreciate everybody being patient with me. I'm traveling. You know how it is. I didn't want to miss a bunch of shows in a row. We're making it work. It's a wonky schedule.
Here.
I get it.
Don't apologize. We're here.
Thanks, everybody. So back Tuesday.
Wait. Yeah.
Correct. So back Tuesday.
I'm confused.
We're gonna let this one run all day tomorrow. All right. Okay. And you can watch it. You can watch it several times tomorrow on Anthem TV as well. And of course, you can watch it on Love You Hard TV. You can watch it on Pub Sports Radio. We're worldwide, playa. Worldwide. See y'all Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Aloha.